Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yesterday I gave the khutbah for my school's Friday prayer, and I'd like to deliver that khutbah for the video, inshallah. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I'd like to start this khutbah off by sharing a hadith that I researched into, and it reads, when Allah wants good for someone, He increases them in knowledge. We as Muslims take Islam to be our guide, to navigate this world, to achieve the best of this world, to achieve the best of the hereafter, and seek protection from the hellfire. Yet we rarely actively seek knowledge from Islam. And we take Islam as our guide, but we can only follow the guide as far as we understand it. And how can we understand it better if we don't seek knowledge from it? Which is why today I'd like to outline three things. The first being, why is it important to seek knowledge? Secondly, how we can actively want to seek knowledge more. And third, very briefly, where can we find knowledge? So firstly, why is it important to seek knowledge? This is found in various places in the Quran and in hadith. And I'd like to start off with a hadith that reads that seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. This hadith does not mean that we all need to become people of knowledge. We don't all have to become shaykh, and we don't all have to become imams and whatnot. It just means that we need to be able to answer basic questions about our iman, about our faith, about what we believe and why we believe it, our ibadah, our acts of worship. And the reason that it's important to be able to answer questions about these things, basic questions about these things, is because actions are judged by their intentions. That's another hadith. And if actions are judged by their intentions, but you don't know why you do anything, what is that going to say on the day of judgment for all of the acts of worship that you've done? Why have you done them? If you don't know why, was your intention really there? It's important because the knowledge we have forms the intentions of our actions. And it also just lets us know that what we're doing is in line with what Islam prescribes. The second hadith I'd like to share is that when somebody travels the path to knowledge, Allah makes easy for them the path to Jannah. So this is in reference to the physical journey. So when you walk to the mosque, or when you go to an Islamic talk, as you physically travel there, Allah is making your path to Jannah that much easier. And the third piece of Islamic knowledge is from the Quran, and it states that Allah increases in rank those who have been given knowledge. And this is very simple, very self-explanatory. Those of us who are knowledgeable about the deen will have their status raised. However, most of us, we already know this sentiment. We already understand this sentiment that it's important to seek knowledge because Allah will raise our status and Allah will make it easier for us to get into Jannah. And yet we don't act upon this. So how can we make this, how can we make ourselves want to seek knowledge more? Think about the things that you do the most in your life and the things that you look forwards to doing the most. More often than not, they're things that you share with other people. So when you seek knowledge, actually now compare this with the things that you hate the most or the things that you're forced into doing. Chances are they're things that you don't share with anyone unless you're forced to or you need help. For example, who still remembers Pythagoras' theorem? I do because I do further maths, but look, if you're not taking maths still and you're older, do you really remember that a squared plus b squared equals c squared? Probably not. Or if you do, you don't care about it. Why? Because you don't see its real world applications. So when you seek knowledge, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with other people. Because as people, we get enjoyment out of giving people advice and helping people out. Just naturally, it's built into us. And you never know who your advice could help save from the hellfire. So share this process with your friends. Go with your friends to talks. Talk about the deen with your friends, because whenever you're with your friends, whatever you guys are talking about, you will enjoy that. You enjoy that time. So use that. Use that to your advantage. Talk about the deen with your friends. It said that angels gather around and Allah's mercy descends upon congregations that are in remembrance of Him. So if you enjoy being around your friends and whatever you talk about with your friends, you enjoy that, talk about the deen with them. And I went to a tajweed course, so a recitation course of the Quran, and the teacher there, he said that one of the intentions that we should have when we seek knowledge is to foster unity between Muslims. And the way we do that is by sharing the knowledge that we've gained and making the deen more accessible. And now, very briefly, where can we find knowledge? Listening to this video is a good start. Watching your YouTube videos, going Jummah, it's a good start, but what I'd like to focus on is going to Islamic talks. The reason I'd like to focus on this is because that hadith that I shared before, that when you travel that path to the talk, Allah will make your path to Jannah that much easier. You get that benefit. But also, you get to talk to the person of knowledge there. After the talk, go up and speak with them. Have a conversation about anything. If you're struggling with something in life, ask them for advice, and you will get the Islamic knowledge. It will just permeate into your conversation so naturally, because they're just so knowledgeable about the deen. I'm only so knowledgeable. So go to an Islamic talk. Ask your parents, can we go to this? Look, use your phones to look it up. We use our phones for TikTok, scrolling on social media, and to do nothing productive. These devices can be used for so much good, and yet we only use it for bad, but that's a whole other topic. So yes, go to these talks and talk with the people of knowledge, and you will see the character of it, the character of a Muslim permeate into that conversation. And alhamdulillah, and that's such a good thing. And it's an amazing thing to have access to. A lot of these talks are free. You just gotta look them up on your phone. And then, yeah, so that would have been the end of the khutbah. I would have done the ending Arabic part. We would have gone to Salah, but I delivered it better on Friday. To be honest, I'm doing the khutbah again this week. I think I'm gonna try and record it, inshallah. But the only thing is I use my phone for the notes, which is why I didn't do this one as well. But I'll just get someone else's phone for the notes. So inshallah, I'm gonna record this Friday's one, and it should be good. But I hope you gain something out of that. It wasn't as good as when I did it on Friday, but it's okay. But anyways, yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you tomorrow, man.